Good afternoon, guys. This is Parag Kapdi once again with one more video on EGR, and uh, this time I'm doing it a bit different. This is the middle of the day, Friday, 13th of August, Friday the 13th, yeah. So right in the middle of the day, 1 p.m. Friday, and I thought let's do a live video on EGR. Uh, as many of you have been tracking me along this journey, I've been doing this series on EGR, I think for the last a year and a bit now, 5 or 6 videos. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I've, in the last 25-30 years, I've had some very, very good uh, runs. Yeah, so as in like the stock has gone up very well, and I've held it through. But now when I think about those big runs, I don't have much recollection of what was my thought process when that stock was going from say 1 to say 100, right? So when it was bagging by 100 times, what were my thoughts? I frankly I don't even remember. So this time I thought, okay, I've been very lucky to hold EGR all the way from the lows of 3 cent when we had COVID last year, and to now when it is above $1. Yeah, so it's been a good run so far, and who knows, there could be even bigger moves along the way, right? So if I put it on on a video, put it out on YouTube, and say 5 years down the line, I have got probably say 20 more videos to watch, and that way I'll come to know what was I thinking, what did I see in those charts, what was general market thinking. There'll be comments on these videos, people watching those comments, so all that will help me be a better investor, right? So the last video I did, and every time when I do this kind of video, I try to bring a different perspective, right? I'm not just looking at just on an indicator basis, or just I try to put in something new in every video, so that way people can learn from whatever little that I know of. Mm, Many of you know that teaching technical analysis is my passion, right? I've been doing it for a long time, and that way this is one more way of me giving it back to my fellow traders as to what we can look in a chart and things like that. So hopefully you guys also learn something from this, and we'll always look at a completely different way of analysis, right? So today EGR went on this run, so I thought, okay, you know what, there's something which I see, which I would like to put it out right before that happens, and we can track it along the line. So like in the last video that I did, that was I think a month ago, where when we were at around 68 cents or something, I had this target of 88 cents, which was reached last week, and then we spent some time, and then day before yesterday we hit 86 cents. So we have back tested that breakout, and now we are off. Uh, and if you look at this, if you look at the title of this video, uh, I I normally don't go for this kind of gimmicks, but I have put this title as Stairway to Heaven, right? So why is a stairway to heaven, right? I'll try to show why I think this is a stairway. yeah, and what to do next. Yeah, so when if you look at those, it's a beautiful song. And when they asked the guy who wrote it, he said, don't ask me the meaning of this song, because people have interpreted this song. It's a classic and people have interpreted it in many ways. But when he was writing that song, uh, his thoughts were more about greed, right? And we all know that in the stock market, the biggest dialogue on greed is from that movie Wall Street, where he says greed is good, right? So mixing two of these big names in my videos today, to see whether greed is good or not, right? Time will tell. So let's see why I named this as a stairway to heaven, right? It could, when if somebody bought this at $1.10, and when this price was dropping, I'm sure uh, he they would not agree with my stairway to heaven, but probably call this as the highway to hell, right? So it's all about timing, when you buy it and when you sell. So this would have looked like a highway to hell kind of a drop, but for us it's a, let's see why I call it as a stairway to heaven. And probably I'll show you a few more ways to look at charts, and our series of educational videos will this will add to probably your learning also. Again, I'm not, just as a disclaimer, right? I'm not a financial advisor. i'm not uh, I'm not authorized to give any financial recommendations. So please take this as a purely educational exercise only. We are just, as I said, I'm just putting these videos out, just as something to track my own journey, and along the way we'll learn and we'll have some fun. And it's your choice to buy or sell or do whatever you do with not only EGR but any videos that I do. I'm a long-term holder, and probably I think I'll keep holding this for a long time. So let's start. Sorry, I think this is going to be a long video, but let's see. So this is what we call as, like as a standard chart, where if you look at run. So this is the COVID low, yeah. Uh, this is the COVID low. But if you look at this chart, it's pretty messy in a way, because in just a year and a bit, the price has gone from 3 cents to $1.10. You lose out on all this information out here, right? So the best way to look at a chart which has run rapidly in a very short time is to switch to a log scale, right? So look, this is the same chart, same data, and when I take it into a log scale, the whole chart changes, right? And this is the same information. This is normal, this is log, this is normal, this is log, right? So if you look here, yeah, so this is the COVID low of 3 cents. Now the chart looks much more interesting, right? If I just remove the log scale, then we lose out all the detail in this part, yeah, which is very important, right? This is where the big journey happened, right? And then we had this explosive move. So so whenever you see a chart which has moved very fast in a very short time, switch to log scale and things will become much more clearer. So this is, I've just put in some notes out here and some price tags just to show low of 3 cents, high of $1.10, and I've shown some intervals. So this is where the first jump happened, yeah, and then we had a sideways movement of around 8 months or so. Then the next big jump uh, around same time, 11th September 2020. So around 11 months ago, we had this big jump, and then we had 3 months of sideways movement, and then from middle of January we had this massive jump from 15 cents to a dollar and 10 cents. So in three nice jumps, this is why I call this as a stairway to heaven. And hopefully, if this stairway keeps going, we can just imagine what we can expect in the next few months, right? So periodically, we are getting this kind of run sideways movement. In this case, we had a run, and then we had this decent fall, and now we are almost about, like, if I zoom in here, and if I put in a horizontal line here at a dollar and 10, there is a good chance that we may hit it. I don't know, we have got 3 hours left, we may not hit it today, but if it does, then there will be so many people who will be thinking, this is now a double top. And yes, it will be a double top, and it can be something which we cannot surpass this time, but let's look at how would I interpret that if we reach a dollar and 10, why will we be able to surpass it, right? Like, and I will not be too worried about this double top. So let's see what happened at a dollar and 10. So this is where we were. So now look at the volume below. When we hit a dollar and 10, this was after this meteoric rise from 15 cents to a dollar and 10. So a lot of froth, lot of FOMO, everybody was just talking EGR, and we had some huge volumes on the way up. And then you see, in just matter of few days, we fell from a dollar and 10 to 65 cents. This is when the cap raise was announced, and we see this is the, if you look at the volume out here, it's on massive volume. So people who did get trapped out here, yeah, probably uh, must have sold in this leg, in this fall out here, right? And of course, people who bought in at 3 cents and 5 cents and 10 cents, they must also have sold. So we can never know who sold and who is still holding. But looking at this massive red candles, I will not be surprised that all those who bought in very, very late, so all those who bought in their 80s and 90s, must have sold out in this fall. If not, then we had this very long, slow grind to all the way down to 47. So all those who still hung on, yeah, must have lost their confidence, must have lost their patience and sold out. So now when we are going on the way back, if and when we form this double top at 110, I'll probably not be too worried, right? I'll still be having a look at it. I'll still be looking at it and thinking, okay, what kind of action is expected. But I'll not be sweating and thinking, oh no, this is going to collapse, because we have had almost 8 months, sorry, 7 months of time between these two moves. So there's a lot of opportunity for people to get out. So this double top probably may not be a big event for me personally. But still, we'll have to keep an eye on. We will still have to keep an eye on what happens there. So that's one more thing of how I would approach a double top. But look, I'm biased, right? Like, as I've told, I've been a long-term holder. Uh, Probably some people say I cannot see anything negative out here, which is true. So please do your own research. If you are the kind of trader who respects double top, please do your thing, right? This is not any advice, as always. Do your thing. For me, I think we may be able to get past this. So how will I believe that we have got past this? in my previous videos I've always mentioned about weekly candles, right? So again, on a weekly close above $1.10, say if we survive 1 or 2 weeks above $1.10, yeah, this is all without news. Yeah, if there's good or bad news, then forget it. But if there's no news and if we manage to get above $1.10, if we survive above $1.10 on a weekly basis for 2 weeks, I'll say, okay, we have successfully negotiated. And anytime that we go up, if we fall, then the $1.10 will now be my base, right? That I'll take it as a time for an re-entry. If somebody is trying to swing trade it, and every time it hits $1.10, when it falls from above, that will be a good time to re-enter this stock. So that way we will probably complete this part of the stairway to heaven, yeah, and we will probably look at what happens next, right? So if you look here, we had, let me delete everything, right? I don't need this. Let's just get rid of it, right? So this was the 3 cent low, and then we had this nice run up, right? So what would I do? I'll show you something else, right? You switch to the percentage mode, right? Percentage. See, this is one more thing, right? Normally we are always in auto. This is where we are, yeah. We switch to log, yeah, in this. Now I am switching to percentage. This is another educational point which you can add to your armory, yeah. So I take this as the lowest part right at the first candle, right? Yeah. And if I do that, I get a 0% as my base. So my 3 cent was my 0%. And if I look here, this was the top. This is at 234%, right? So this has been a jump from 3 cents to 234% as the max above that, right? Okay. So we had a 2.5 time jump from there. Now I'll switch to this as the base, which was here, which is, let me make it a bit bigger so that you guys know what I'm talking about. And this is my leftmost candle, right? So this becomes my 0% now, which was around 10 cents or something. And from there, this was the high. Sorry, it's a bit tricky because we lose some, and this was the high out here. So another 250% kind of a jump from this low, right? So first time we had a 250% jump. The second time we had a 250% jump. Now we move on to the big one. This was right out here. We will make this candle as the first candle of this window, and this is now at 0%, all the way to 550%. So this was the biggest move, right? So 550% from this low, which took us to from say 15 cents to $1.10. So if we follow the same logic, yeah, we can move. Let me remove volume just so that it gives me a clear. So now we'll move the lowest low, which was 47 cents, and we get our low out here. And now we have moved 100% so far, 105%, right? So from 47.5%, this measured move is now 105%. So we saw the first move as 250%, second move as 250%, the third move as 550%, and this time we have moved in percentage terms, we have moved 105%. So we are still, if you're just looking at the if you're looking at absolute price, we are almost at the double top, near $1.10. But in terms of the movement from the low to the high, we are only 100%. We just doubled from that low. So if we look at it conservatively, and we say we may not, I'm not talking about a 550% move from here, and if we just look at the lowest of the low, the lowest move that we had, which was 230 odd percent, so something like that would take us would take us sorry, you can just do the math from here. So that's something around $1.50 roughly, yeah, at 200%. So not impossible. Again, don't hold me to that. This is just this, as I said, something which I am putting my thoughts out on this video so that I can capture it later on and say, okay, what was my thinking at this time. We'll switch back to the normal log scale, and yeah, this is back to normal. We are back at 99 cents, so still playing around that dollar mark. Yeah, and let's see how it goes, right? So a few things to look out for. The $10, once we hit and if we clear $10, that will be our all-time high on EGR. And if you look at the number of shares that we have, when we reached $10 in 15 Feb, we had a big capital raise. So this time our market cap is way, even though we are 10% lower than $10 share price, our market cap is almost 25% higher than that price, because we have added a lot more shares in this last capital raise. So we are at an all-time high market cap for now, and that is also a very important mark going forward. So I think I've gone on and on. So 23 minutes. I'm not sure if anybody is still watching this video, but if you are, thanks a lot. I am Parag Kapdi, and most of your comments I read and try to respond to them. So keep that going. Yeah, we'll be watching this counter, and probably we'll have one more video if we clear $10, and if we hit, I think $1.45 to $1.50 is my first target. That is what I'm trying to say here, just based on the run that we have had normally whenever we started. And this time, you see, we haven't had, see, this is the kind of big thrust that we have. Yeah, we haven't had that kind of a thrust. This is a more measured move. This move that we have had from 47 to $1.10 has been a very slow grind. We haven't had this big jump that we've normally had. So probably that jump may come on some good news, and then we may hit my target of $1.45 to $1.50 much faster. But if not, I don't mind this slow grind. This is much better. It gives everyone a decent time to enter, measure their stop losses, add to their wins. When stock price moves like this from 15 cents to $1.10 that it did, it does not give you any time to think, right? If for some mistake, if you sold your share around this part, and then you cannot even buy back. So here, if you make a mistake, if you're trying to trade it, this gives you an opportunity to get in, get out, and be back on the be back. So okay, this is it, guys. Please comment, and you can share the videos, whatever you do. Thanks for watching this. Been a bit longer than I expected as usual. So see you. Thank you. Bye bye.